Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Curse20. I am normally your dungeon master, Cody. We are finishing up the Curse One's actual play on our YouTube channel. There's only a couple episodes left to come out. And we've talked on this channel before about our future space campaign set in a world and a universe called Adodium. But what we forgot to mention is that there's actually going to be a mini campaign that we're going to play between the two. At the very beginning of the year, we're going to be playing in our dear friend Zack's campaign. Zack, would you like to talk about and lead us into what your campaign is going to be?
I would love to.
Okay.
So, as you mentioned, this is a mini campaign, but it's not, like a one shot.
No.
We're looking I think it's gonna land somewhere around 15 episodes. It could be closer to 10, it could be closer to 20.
Yeah.
And, it's gonna be a little bit more on rails, but I'm not trying to get through it as fast as possible. And I also don't mind if it takes a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I don't mind either way. When I said mini, I didn't mean to imply that yours was smaller than mine and therefore not as good or useful. I just meant as like you had a very clear goal. It was going to be a little bit more directed. Um, and you had like a set 15 to 20 sessions in mind. What is the vibe going to be?
so originally, I wanted to make a campaign that was extremely inspired and kind of followed the Stalker universe. Um,
Okay.
for those of you that don't know, Stalker is a video game that originally came out in 2003, based in Chernobyl, after the nuclear reactor exploded.
I'm not familiar with the game,
I'm a
so
little familiar, mainly about what we've talked about
Yeah.
behind camera.
And yeah, so mostly I realized wow, trying to play that as D&D is really hard. And I've never ran a campaign, and it's really hard to run something that you already don't know how to run as.
I see what you're
Again,
saying.
right?
Like I
Like,
need you're like, how do I figure out how to run this in D&D when the mechanics don't match up? Also, I've never ran the mechanics of D&D before. So you're like double adding
yeah.
on to like things you had to figure out.
Let's take some baby steps. So I'm still very inspired by it. And so if you are a expert in Stalker, you would probably see some similarities in this campaign.
Okay.
But other than that, it you're really drawn oh, that's how that's similar.
Okay.
Or oh, that's might be who that character is.
Oh. So would it be worth us in the downtime between campaigns to do a little bit of research on the Stalker campaign?
I don't think it would change anything.
Okay.
Again, if you played through the games, it's oh, I can kind of see where some of these can
more like broad strokes
yeah.
ideas that you're getting. Okay.
It's like a completely same concept, completely different picture.
Is it going to be taking place in a typical D&D universe, like in Faerun,
Yes
or
and no. So it's not the official Faerun universe. It is another version of Earth in the sense that it's 7 continents.
okay,
And so that is going to be very important for the players
some
because each
travel?
continent is represented by a specific color, and each player is going to be from a different continent.
Oh,
Ooh.
that will be fun. That will be fun.
So my character is gonna be like green and yellow is like his base color scheme, but then like his powers come from white dragons. Is there gonna is should I like choose based on
Uh
any of
yes.
those?
So let I'll give you a little bit of extra context. You have not heard the name of this campaign yet.
I'm excited to hear it now. This is
I
this is
know,
about to be
yes,
a big
this
lore
is
drop on the channel
I've been
for
waiting for
all of us.
weeks.
So the official name of the campaign is The Weeping Tree.
The weeping tree.
And I
I'm gonna
don't mean
edit
it
that in
in
right there.
the sense of a weeping willow type tree. I mean, this is a literal tree made of water that is weeping.
The weeping tree. Okay.
Okay.
I love that. Wow. What levels do you think we're gonna be playing as?
So I I've been thinking about this quite a bit. I like the idea that you're going to be starting at level 5 and then going to level 8.
5 to level 8.
I like that.
I like that. It's simple. You get good stuff off the bat. You build up to something kind of powerful, but you don't get OP. You're not too weak. That means, though, you plan on throwing some shit at us pretty fucking fast. Don't you, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, you're going to have the potential for some strong friends.
Okay.
So,
Now, are you thinking in it for our characters? Are we going to be? Is there a possibility for our characters to be somewhat well known in the universe? Should we plan on
I
being
think
more
that's
unknown?
entirely up to you.
Okay, so it is an open option.
So, you know, before we started this video, I already explained that this video is going to have some spoilers, but it's session 1 spoilers. So, not super important, especially when we're dealing in a non-serious, shorter campaign. So, obviously, as I already said, each character is from a different continent,
Mhm.
which is represented by a color. Those colors are also weeping trees.
Ooh.
Now, is it that the water is that color, or
So
the weeping that they do is that
the
color?
trees are entirely made of water, but that water is a specific color. It is a energy, which is what those continents. It's almost like the kingdoms, and this is like the energy source of the kingdoms. It's also the religion, the god, the deity.
Okay.
It's like it's like the cultural, religious, and economical center of a kingdom
Correct.
is this reaping tree. Okay. Um.
Now, said there were 7 continents. There's only traditionally there was only civilization on 6 of these continents. The 7th continent, which would be like the Antarctica of this world, but instead of it being this barren ice landscape, it is the largest desert.
Ooh.
And forever it remained completely uninhabitable, except for when people eventually found the 7th tree
The 7th tree.
that lied in the 7th continent.
Okay.
So, can you tell us what is going to be like the starting push to our characters in the campaign?
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to get to. So obviously it was a desert.
Mhm.
Then the entire purpose for why this campaign exists is this desert suddenly had a rainforest appear.
Huh.
And great people or people looking for adventure, people who are looking for money from the other 6 continents are now going to the 7th continent, the last weeping tree to be found,
I like
to
that.
explore the magic rainforest that had just appeared in the desert.
So
Oh,
that already makes me start thinking about small ways that I want to change my character's backstory. Because essentially, my plan for anybody who's watched our videos about my backup character for Strahd is my
check it out on my YouTube
plan
channel.
to be my next character if he doesn't come into play, and potentially at this point, even if he does, into your campaign, and he's going to be a monk druid multi-class, and I really like the idea of a character like that being drawn into the nature part of it. And he's going to be kind of like a grappler and kind of follow along those lines. uh but I like the idea that in all of his studies, it's all based around like a nature aspect. And so there's this like change in nature that maybe his clan or his tribe has taken a special interest in. And so maybe that's what sends him out on whatever quest is about to happen or whatever. But yeah, that just gets me thinking on
Yeah.
like, okay, I kind of had some idea of what I want that is can fit anywhere, and now let's fit it into the campaign. I like that. That like really gets me thinking.
I haven't done any thought of character creation for your campaign. And it's not because I haven't wanted to. I've just been trying to figure out how to wrap up mine, and I apologize.
So you're gonna be a cleric.
I have so
He's finally gonna play his death cleric.
Elf cleric.
death domain.
How do we fit this in?
So here's the issue. I have now been a DM for roughly the same length that I had played D&D. Okay? We are
Yeah.
we are 44 sessions in to Strahd.
That's wild.
So, from roughly the same length that I have played. When I started playing D&D with under Josh's group, I was told that I should play a melee character to get my feet wet, right? Well, then that campaign took 3 years. We played once a month. It took 3 years, right?
Yep.
And then now my campaign has taken about a year, and I've been running it. Part of me really wants to play just straight spellcaster. But then the other part of me, after running, is like, fuck, I just want to play another melee character. I just want to go run up and smack something on the head with my sword,
Sometimes
dude.
bunk kill bunk.
Yeah. So I've gone back and forth. I think I'll fill a need wherever the party needs me to fill a need. But I would like to really, and also, you just played my death cleric. You
But
just
you
took
can
my
be-
character that I wanted to play and played him in my campaign against me.
But it wasn't your character. Completely different sort of motivations behind the character. It was just the same build. You know, like you can take that build and play it so differently,
I
especially in a world like that.
let me rephrase. I have put a little bit of thought behind the idea. I like the idea of playing a straight wizard, being like a 17-year-old kid who doesn't know what he's getting into, all nerdy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ooh.
going on this mission to prove himself or prove something to his dad. You know, like maybe that's kind of as I'm thinking about it. Like maybe I'm like, okay, I'm a wizard. My dad and my brothers are all like, uh, um,
Highly educated.
no, the exact opposite. They're all like
Oh.
athletes. They're all
Jocks.
jocks and soldiers and stuff like that. Maybe my dad's a paladin and my brother's a
Okay.
barbarian. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the dude who read books and I'm like super nerdy and scrawny and I'm like, I'm gonna go prove myself to my family. And then I kind of like get in over my head and I'm this kid casting spells who doesn't really know
You
what he's doing.
accidentally fireballed your family.
Yeah, you know, something like that. It's kind of maybe what I'm thinking about.
Maybe my character is like almost elder influence of like, because monk druid, very wise, just
Yeah.
like, hey son, here's how the world works, here's how shit really goes. I know you want it to be this, but it's really fucking this.
Right.
Now, I don't know if this throws a wrench in your ideology of these characters, but have you considered if they're good or bad people?
I think mine is I wouldn't call him good or bad. I would call him if I'm gonna play the character that I have kind of forming in my head, he's cowardice. So he might make a bad decision if it means saving his life.
My character is like the ultra Chad, ultra good, just like if he was a paladin, he'd be ultra good paladin, but he's not.
I think my character wants to be good, but it would be could be convinced to make a bad decision if he's scared.
I think Alabaster is gonna like every choice that there's like a good decision to make, he's gonna make the good decision.
You think Dylan's gonna be a bad guy?
He's always a bad guy.
Always.
He's always a bad guy.
Always a
Yeah,
bad guy.
he's gonna
Dylan
be a
play-
rogue
He's gonna play a rogue, barbarian, paladin mix.
or sorcerer and subtle spell, just like tell everybody how to act and manipulate without a doubt.
Well, any last final thoughts on this before we wrap up?
Yeah, so, before we started your Stroud campaign, you're like, guys, I just want you to be aware. Death is a very real chance.
And has it not been?
I don't know. I just went down for the second time, and we're how many?
I mean, not since the second session.
Okay. No, we'll keep that in mind.
Some of us might feel more strongly about it than others.
Yeah,
but-
some of us only died once.
But anyways, yeah, death is very real in this world as well. The world isn't as dark and gloomy as it is in Strahd, but the difficulty is still there.
So have a backup character.
Have a backup.
So we've talked behind screen. You said it's more like Indiana Jones.
It's kind of like Indiana Jones, and I'm taking some inspiration from more older D&D where it is heavy dungeon based.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Question: how would you feel about my backup character being my current character's younger brother and just a direct clone?
I mean, I don't mind at all, right?
I've been wanting to play this character for so fucking long. If he dies early, I'm not going to be okay with that.
Dungeon College. I might just play a fighter warlock mix. Short rest king, baby.
Dude, I'm a monk. Let's do it.
Short rest king, baby.
Dylan's going to be an elf. That's 4 hours. That's essentially a short rest.
Oh, you think you get to rest?
Anyway, this has been another episode of Curse 20. Keep a lookout for the last episodes of the Curse One's actual play. Keep a lookout at the beginning of the year for our very first live episode of our session 0 for Zack's campaign. And after that, we'll just keep watching videos. Please like and subscribe. We love you all. Roll well.